We're talking about fetishes! What do we want to talk about fetishes? It's really fucking popular at the moment, isn't it? It's fashion to be into fetishes.
50 Shades of Grey and all that.
Yeah, 50 Shades of Grey. We've got the new 50 Shades of Grey film coming out, which looking forward to see. Don't know.
Soft BDSM.
Yeah, very soft BDSM.
Very soft.
If you think that's what BDSM or sub-domination's about, just, it's very, very light.
Yeah. BDSM's more dirty as well, like...
Yeah.
I'm guessing in the film it's really, like,
clean,
romanticised.
Beautifully shot.
There's no, like, drool and...
There's not going to be, like, mascara dripping down her face and, drool and tears and shit, which is what, what kink is a lot about.
Yeah.
It's
pain and pleasure combined.
Pain and pleasure, the raw filth of it. I mean, are you into pain?
Yes, I am into pain.
What kind of pain gets you off? Because obviously it's not all pain.
Yeah, how do you describe it?
I don't know, like, what's too far? Pain? What would be too painful for you? What wouldn't be sexy anymore? Like, if he punched you, if a guy punched you, would that...
No, I'd probably find that really hot, but that's only because I have a thing for being hit in the face.
Yeah, we both do. I've recently found out that I've got a big fetish for being trampled on in boots. Like, really trampled on.
Really?
Yeah, he hasn't done it yet. He's getting some boots soon.
Really?
Yeah.
Amazing.
He's getting them for the torture garden.
Oh, really?
I'm going to Torture Garden, sorry. I've written a little bit about it. But I'm going to Torture Garden on the 14th of February, Valentine's Day. And my boyfriend bought me tickets. And Torture Garden is the UK's largest fetish club. So you can't go in regular clothes. They won't let you in. So I will be doing a video or writing up posts about that. And you can see what I wear and hear my side of a fetish club.
Very interesting. Because that's like intense fetish.
Yeah, although it's still quite light-hearted because it's still in like a club.
Yeah.
So they do have
people fucking everywhere.
Yeah. They do have dungeon rooms. It's acceptable to fuck in front of everybody, which is what I'm gonna give a go at, hopefully.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's looking forward to.
Yeah.
Things.
My fetishes are a lot more tame than yours, I would say.
Yeah.
I mean, I've only really started to experiment with it really because I don't know, you need the right sort of person to experiment with.
Yeah, you do. If you're interested in any kind of, if you're interested in pushing the limits, then do it with someone that you trust and someone that you're not afraid to sort of say, stop, I don't like that anymore.
Yeah.
Because you need to know your limits.
Yeah, it's important.
Both of you do. Or however many you do. You need to be very respectful of the other person when you're doing it. And, either or, whether or not you're dominant yourself or whether or not you're submissive, you've got to be careful.
I think a big part of the pain and pleasure thing is also looking at what you look like afterwards.
Yeah.
Like, I find that, I mean, that gives me pleasure in itself.
Yeah. Like bruises, for example.
Or like just running to the bathroom afterwards, like, and then you see your arse just like bright red.
Bright red, yeah. Yeah.
It's like, wow, I got hit hard.
So yeah, I like wrist bruises when you're tied up and you can see the struggle. Like we use like reusable zip cuffs, so I get a lot of cuts and things, and I love that next day. And I'm like,
I've never tried that, but I want to. I want the bruises around my wrists.
I don't bruise easily though.
Don't you?
I really don't bruise easily, so I could be whipped, I could be smacked.
There.
And so I consider myself, I'm very open about what I'm into. There's a few secrets I have, of course, as there should be with everybody. Everyone sort of deserves to have their secrets.
Yeah, even us.
Yeah, even us. But 100% submissive. I get off on other people telling me what to do and forcing me to do things, and it can be taken quite extreme. I like it really extreme. But then, I mean, you like the same thing, but on a...
Yeah. I also wouldn't say I'm 100% submissive, because I love being submissive. I really enjoy it. But I think I can mix it up a bit, but I haven't really experimented with it enough to really know yet.
Yeah, well, you don't necessarily know that you're a sub or you're dominant. You just, it's kind of like the porn you watch would give you an inclination, and what you enjoy with somebody. That can often sort of give you, but you need more experience. You can't just suddenly go, yep, I'm definitely this or that. You need the you really need the experience. You need to try out both.
Yeah, I haven't experienced enough to say for sure yet.
I've done a few dommy things. I mean, we actually just made a video.
We did.
Of again, completely submissive, but I did a femdom video, which is a female dominating somebody, but this is a POV type style video.
Yeah.
So if there's any...
I was nodding the camera's head.
Film over here. If there are any submissive men or women... Actually, no, it is directed at men, the video, isn't it? I talk about cock quite a lot.
Yeah.
But I can make a femdom video for you girls out there. That'd be interesting. But it was mainly just to sort of push the boundaries of confidence.
Yeah. And we just wanted to throw something into the mix,
yeah,
really.
We just wanted to film some fucking porn. And obviously this was sort of the next best thing we could do without paying for a model.
Yeah.
So you've got me shouting at...
you.
the screen for quite a while, telling you how pathetic you are. So if you fancy watching it, then either message us or try and find it.
Yeah. So how did you discover you had these sort of fetishes?
That's a really good question. Like, I knew that I was pretty messed up from a really young age. Like,
don't call it messed up, it's just...
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't say messed up.
Unusual taste.
It is unusual taste. I mean, it's not messed up. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just what I like is a little bit unusual.
Quirky.
Yeah, quirky. Call it quirky. I just remember, main thing I remember probably was, using the family computer, looking at porn as a kid, and searching things. Like, I remember using Google a lot, being like, I don't know, like, it's really like private-y dark stuff, really, but
you don't have to spill the beans.
Yeah. Well, when I was younger, before I really even knew what porn was or anything sexual, I remember really obsessing over, like, torture quite a lot, learning about it in history, and then going home and looking up torture devices and not understanding why I was really, like, taken aback with them, and I read up all about these torture devices and torturing people. And I mean, now I'm not into torture. I'm not into, I mean, maybe a little bit psychological torture.
Yeah.
I quite like, but as long as...
it's probably like the risk factor.
Yeah, the risk. Being scared really turns me on.
Being scared by it. Especially as a child, those sort of things are really scary.
Really fucking scary. I remember, like, I was obsessing over this one torture device that was, like, it was like a pear shape with spikes on it, and you put it up inside you, and it had 3 sections that when you twisted it, it would, like, slowly open out. And it must have been a sexual thing, because I remember looking at this particular torture device and being like really obsessed with it, but still not understanding why. Yeah. And I'm sure it was because it was to do with your sexual organ. I'm sure, even though I know now that I wouldn't be into that kind of pain or that kind of torture. What about you?
Well, one weird thing that I had as a child, which might be a tiny inclination, was that I loved it when people... I used to be like, please play this game with me, just roll me up in the duvet cover so I can't breathe.
Amazing!
And yeah. I think it was a tiny bit, like, because as a child, like, I was a bit sexual.
It's definitely sexual.
Like, I really related to the film Nymphomaniac. Like,
Really?
her like childhood was like,
I still need to watch
definitely
that film.
did stuff like that.
But I had a similar thing. Whenever I used to play with the boys at school,
Yeah.
I used to obsess over the idea of them kidnapping me.
Yeah.
Like we'd always play Spider-Man, and I'd always be the
Yeah.
one, oh, you have to kidnap me,
This
I'm
was
stuck here.
Oh my god,
So
do you know that
weird.
Beatrix Potter? Have you read any of the Beatrix Potter things? Do you know the one about the kitten who gets kidnapped by the mice and rolled up in the dough?
Oh my god.
Well, I used to reenact that while I was the kitten getting rolled up in the dough and
Yeah.
everyone was about to eat me.
That is a really sexual thing. It's so unsexual,
Yeah.
but as a kid you're just obsessed with it.
Yeah, I was so
Sexually.
and I loved it. I was like, I just wanted to be wrapped up in there and left there, and like it was so thrilling.
Yeah, thrilling. And you still don't understand why.
Yeah,
Wow,
your
I-
heart would be pumping.
Yeah,
and-
like, I just want to, like, get into the book.
yeah.
Yeah, I suppose I did that with, like, even playing, like, yeah, silly games, like,
Yeah.
oh no, don't kidnap me, and I'm
Yeah.
just, like, loving it.
Yeah, and at an older age, I guess, I did start looking up like BDSM porn and stuff, but it doesn't actually do much for me, the porn. It's more like curiosity, like these are the sort of things that you could do, but watching it doesn't particularly turn me on.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd rather be in it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, I love porn anyway. I used to watch porn a lot, and I used to obsess over bondage porn. But there was always a point where it was a bit cringy. Like the guy was never fit, or it was in a dungeon or something like that.
It is
And-
always a bit cliche.
Yeah, and it is so much more thrilling when you've got somebody actually physically making you and telling you what to do. That's nice.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what else
I
do we
guess
have to talk about?
also, I guess from sexual experiences, I knew that the sex I preferred was the rougher sex that involved some sort of pain and involved some sort of control. So all the sexual experiences I have that are my top rated all involve those sort of things.
Yeah, definitely. Those one night stands where the guy just takes control and fucks you up. They're the ones I remember.
Thrown around on the bed, pressed up against the wall.
Yeah, like
Just told what to do, basically.
kicking
as well.
and screaming and pushing the boundaries, like just being able to do that. But you can only really do that if you feel confident in yourself and confident with another person.
Yeah,
you
kind of do need to know them.
Well, it's very dangerous. It's a very dangerous game. It's like, how far do you push it? And
Yeah, it is.
how far's too far? What if somebody likes being slapped but doesn't like being spat on? They go hand in hand. If you are going to give it a go with somebody, then you do need to make sure that you are talking with them and being very open, and trying out new things together is good. So if you don't know that, you like being spat on in the face, then give it a go. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But
yeah, I think everything's worth trying once.
yeah, everything. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean,
you never know, really, what you're
never know.
gonna enjoy.
I mean, I'd shit on a chest if that would differentiate me finding out if I like it or not. I mean, I'm not into scat, but
Yeah, some guy asked me to pee on him.
But pee, I don't think that's that bad.
No, especially if it was in the shower.
Yeah.
If it was in like a clean place.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not something that I would like really enjoy doing, but it's something that I would do for the other person if they really wanted it.
What about you being peed on?
I don't think so.
I used to love that idea. I used to love the idea of, like, after being fucked, like being grabbed.
I was next door.
So
That
weird.
was really weird.
I
God.
fuck the phone. Yeah, I used to really like the idea of, like, after being fucked, being grabbed by the hair and dragged to bathroom and thrown in the bath and pissed on.
Really?
That really, really got me off. Yeah. Yeah,
That
definitely.
sounds quite hot, actually.
I've never tried it though, but it's it's weighing up the idea of, like, peeing in the bed and the clear up and
Yeah, you
know,
don't really.
I mean, I suppose I wouldn't mind being pissed on and then fucked. But then you just, your hair and the smell of it, like, I mean, do you have a favourite? Do you like being tied up?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, what's sexy? Confidence is sexy. It doesn't matter what you're doing in the bedroom, as long as you're confident.
Yeah.
And it's the same for girls and guys. It doesn't matter who you are or what you're into. If you're confident about it and have a good laugh as well and not be too serious.
Yeah, you need to sort of test the waters with things as well. Like, do things softly, and then if you get a good response, then just start doing it harder.
I mean, if you like the idea of being like spanked, you're not gonna go for a fucking riding crop and hit that as hard as you can, because these things fucking hurt.
They kill, especially if you do it in the same spot more than once.
Oh my god, that just too painful. I actually don't like riding crops. They scare me too much, but I like being frightened of them. That's the turn off. I don't like being hit with them, just being frightened.
I think for
with
me, like, the thing about being hit in the same spot as well, because it's so painful at the time, but then afterwards it's really hot thinking about it.
Yeah, like re-bruised over a bruise.
Yeah,
that's hot.
Yeah,
definitely.
So it's kind of worth it, worth the pain, because it does go a tiny bit overboard if you do the same spot.
Yeah,
a little bit deeper into pain than pleasure.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, I'm sure there's, all of us really like a bit of pain and pleasure, and a lot of people are switchers as well, like mixing up, like yourself. Yeah. I think the people who are 100% one way or another like it a little bit more hard. Like, I know that I can be pushed to my limits. I love a lot of role play, a lot of really dark, rape fantasy role play, and as real as it possibly can get as well. But it's also to do with being consensual. Like, I'm not glorifying rape at all. As long as what you're doing is consensual on both sides, then you can go and do whatever the fuck you like. Shit on a chest. Give it a go. As long as it's consensual. Poo on me. That would not be consensual.
That your tagline?
I don't think I could have a bloke poo on me, but I think if a guy was like, I love you so much and the only way I can come is if you shit on my chest.
Oh my god.
I'd give it a go. I wouldn't say no. I just don't think I'd sexually enjoy it at all.
I would be repulsed.
You'd just be like, ew.
I would never ever shit in front of a guy, so they could physically see the shit. Yeah, physically just steaming on your chest. Cue the flies. Ah, why are we talking about poo?
We have to stop talking about poo. This is supposed to be about sexy, kinky fetishes.
There's lots of toys you can get.
Oh my god, yeah, I love toys.
I love toys.
Toys are a very good part of the whole fetish.
It's a great
area.
Bonding experience as well with your partner, because you can just decide which ones you want, and then there's so many things to try out, so it's just really fun. Yeah, I
mean, we're gonna do a video on toys at some point, so we'll delve into that a little bit more. So yeah, I have a big thing for ball gags. I think they're really hot, and this is one of my favourites. I've got 5 ring and ball gags, maybe more.
What are the rings for?
The penis. Yeah. The penis. Yeah, so a ring gag is, I should really show you, but you get a bit of a ring and it goes and opens your mouth, it forces your mouth open, so... But the thing is, the ring gags that you buy from Ann Summers or the shops, they're not big enough for quite a big penis. My boyfriend can't really use them.
Lucky girl.
Yeah, or lucky boy.
Yeah.
Good for him, eh? I mean, I don't. Oh no, we're going to talk about dick size another time as well. I was just about to go on to dick size.
So many topics.
I also really like when you're wearing one of these, you get a lot of drool and dribble, and some people find that disgusting, and I personally don't like it, but I actually like having it like, I don't like watching it, but I like
Yeah.
having it done to me, because it's like, you know, it's forcing yourself to drool all over you.
Yeah.
And I think that's really sexy, and it's difficult to talk in them.
That is a
and
nice
scream.
colour one.
The red ones are nice. But again, it depends on how sort of fetishy you want to go. I feel like a lot of this stuff is quite cheesy, like fucking 50 Shades of Grey.
We'll get the blindfolds out soon.
Get the blindfolds. Although blindfolds are a hell of a lot of fun.
I've never used one.
Yeah.
No. Maybe I shall.
You should, because like the guy that's doing it, he'd have to be really confident in knowing that you will be completely
Safe.
like, yeah, safe, senseless, and it's so good for teasing.
Yeah.
Because you don't know like what's happening where on your body.
I think I might get a bit like freaked out. Like, because I get really ticklish when I don't know what's happening.
Oh, really?
And I fucking hate being tickled.
Yeah. I don't know, I suppose you just have to do it with someone you trust. And
Build that trust.
yes, I think
It's quite a big thing.
Sorry.
Like, the trust.
Yeah, trust is huge. I think trust is everything with fetish.
Yeah. Although, the risqueness of it as well, like, if you don't fully trust the person, is mega hot, but you probably shouldn't do it.
Yeah, but then...
It's, like, wrong. But then wrong is right.
Yeah, wrong is right. And also, you've got to learn from your own mistakes as well. No, the light! Although, we've only really just talked about BDSM. I mean, there are fucking loads of fetishes out there that we haven't even picked up on. And fetishes are something that's completely natural and normal and healthy to have. It's just something that our brain does, and we find really unusual things interesting and a turn on. And I know that I've got a few weird fetishes that I'm like, shouldn't really be into that, but definitely into it. But that's what's fun about it, you know.
Yeah.
Feet's an incredible example, something that's so far away from the norm. But a lot, like, you know, we're talking millions probably of people love feet.
Yeah.
And as long as you're confident about it and have someone to share it with, I think just give everything a go.
Yeah.
You yourself are going to know more and more about what you're into and what you want to look at more and try out more. And just don't be afraid, and don't feel guilty. Like, I know people who feel really guilty about their fetishes and think it's unhealthy. It's as long as you're not doing it in practice and doing it as long as you're not doing it to people without consent, then you have nothing to feel guilty about. Doesn't matter how fucking dark it is. Doesn't matter if you're into snuff films. As long as you're not killing people.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Do not do that.
You might get a few weird looks if you're into snuff films. Anybody want to kill me? Yeah, we'll stop now. Kill me! Well, you know, we're targets anyway. We're naked.
Yeah. Don't kill us.
Yeah, don't kill me. It's just still got so much more to see. Shall we wrap it up?
Yeah, there's too much to say. We'll probably do another video on this at some point.
Yeah, if you have any questions about fetishes or what we're into or anything that you want to say about, you know, unusual fetishes, common fetishes, then please drop us a line.
Yes, please do.
And we'll do a video. Bye!